Hello, this is a Bluthner style 4 baby grand, that's 150 centimetres, 4 foot 11 inches long. And just I'm into the showroom floor, made in 1936. So just making a video to appreciate the piano and also to see what work we need to do to improve it. Now the main casework we need to do is on this side, it's faded. So my colleague will manage to, I think, match that in quite well. The top as well has a little bit of scuffing on it, and again I suspect he'll be able to do that. So well, obviously that we will try our best to get that perfect. And looking around the sides, again there's a slight scuff there. So it's not a repolished piano. If you want it repolished, if you're interested in the piano, we do frequently repolish Bluthner baby grand pianos because they're very fine instruments, and it's one that we're always looking for. Internally is extremely good. The Keytops, so it's 88 note piano, and the Keytops are almost perfect ivories. I say almost perfect because this one is very small chip, as I'm going to come across it in a second, and that small chip we can disguise. So as you can see, that small chip there, we can disguise that chip. It's better than taking the Keytop off and replacing it because obviously it's difficult to match. So these are original Keytops and they're in extremely good condition. I've checked the tuning pins were extremely tight, and regulation, you can see that the dampers are lifting off pretty much evenly with the pedal here. But in the bottom bass here there is an issue which is quite common on small grand pianos basically. The dampers are very close to each other, so as I play the notes, some of the dampers are touching each other, which makes them carry on for too long. That one there for instance. And that's because the dampers are touching. They're very close to each other, so that's something we commonly have to do. And it's easy to fix, so they basically don't touch anymore. You hear that one, for instance. So if you play all three, they go down, but on its own, it's touching the ones next to it. Internally, it's pretty much perfect. The action stays, by the way, on Bluthner grands, you have to check them because they can develop fissures, little cracks, and then the regulation goes right out. And this is certain Bluthners, probably about 1 in 20 goes like that, maybe 1 in 15. So that's really important. These are absolutely perfect, so that's no problem. And they are replacements in the trade if you ever need them. Hammers, you can see not much wear. There is a little bit of refacing to do, and the tone, because it's been played in a little bit, so the tone is quite mellow in the mid-treble area. So we can either keep it mellow, we'd certainly reface some of the hammers. You can see that one I've tried refacing to see what difference it made to the tone, and it just improves the tone. But Bluthners are typically mellow anyway, and just such a delight, the tone of them. The hammers need to be raised up slightly. They're about 2 millimeters below where they should be, but that's quite minimal. The springs are working well. If I lift my finger off the key, you can see it releases the back check. But just, I think, regulate them to work slightly stronger, so that in 10-20 years' time they're still working well. So generally it's in extremely good condition. Some casework to improve. So that's something we're going to work on, making good the case. It can be repolished, as I say, but I think it's something that we can manage to do and make it very acceptable. We do fully repolish and we do French polishing, so that's something we can certainly do. Regulating, you can see generally the hammer height needs to go up a little bit to get a bit more aftertouch. Sorry, I'm not explaining everything now because, but I have done that on other videos. So if you want to look at our videos, you'll find plenty of videos about Bluthner Star 4 because it's one of our favourites. And last of all, the touch weighting. That's not bad, but we do need to lubricate the balance rail. That will certainly bring the touch down, and I don't think we're going to have to do much work after that. You can tell if the balance rail needs lubricating on a piano just by lifting these up. So lift the key up, and you'll find that it doesn't go back down again. So none of these do. So that'll definitely make a difference to the touch if we do that. And by the way, don't lift, if it's ivory, don't try lifting here because you might lift the ivory off. You lift it at the sides like that, and that's a test. So this Bluthner extra that we've done, you can see they're just going straight down. This is what we're going to achieve with the other one. So that does affect the touch quite considerably and makes it, you get more inertia, you get a heavier feel to it if that's not lubricated. So let's compare the tone with some other pianos. So it's Bluthner style 4A next to it, slightly longer, 165 centimetres, made in 1928. And a Steinway Model S, which is 155 centimetres, so similar length, 5'1", and this one is made in 1956, so it's much later. The Steinway is much brighter, and in fact I will voice the piano a bit. It's only just come in. So that's a Bluthner style 4, 150 centimetres long, about 4'11", and a piano that we're always trying to source, and we sell several of them during the year. It's always our favourite baby grand piano, really, the one that we sell most of. We have got a Steinway Model S, which is unusual to have, and it's much brighter sound. What's good about the Bluthner, it just fits into a small room in terms of tone. I have one in my home at the moment. It's also for sale, actually. So if you're interested in this piano, please do write to info@robertspianos.com and let us know what you'd like to do. Thank you very much for listening.